I also have time to edit.
Well, we don't edit these. Episode 5 started. Hello and welcome to
Hello.
episode 5 of the Team UwU podcast featuring Serpa GD, Geometry Dash Crystal on my balcony still because we're just gonna film all these tonight. Paraclaude on the messaging, Crystal on the messaging with Paraclaude, getting this arranged. He's gonna hopefully to be in this podcast with us. We would love to have you on, buddy.
But you're dumb. Okay, so
That's mean.
Last episode, he said that he wanted a voice changer for his thingy. And I asked why. And he said to remain anonymous. He said, totally not self-conscious, lol.
I'm not self-conscious.
I'm totally not. I will stand up and scream.
I will stand up and scream right now. Scream. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that scream. That was very loud.
That was a loud
You're
scream.
going to wake Zillion.
Anyway, it's okay if you're self-conscious.
Yeah.
I don't judge.
Okay.
It's
nice.
just, don't make it take too long, because, come on.
Right. I'll say, yeah, I guess, if you
need to.
if you want to do that, but
Make sure, it doesn't take too long.
yeah.
Like, make sure you get it soon, or you just...
Plus, may take too long.
To find one.
Plus, it'll be over Discord, so... Alright,
So it'll already be kind of blurred up.
yeah. So, well, anyways, we'll put him away for right now, then we'll check on him later. So we need it...
So, Paraclaude, welcome to your unofficial entry into the podcast.
Yeah, welcome. We're still
And
on
Renami, I know you.
He just needs a mic.
You need a mic.
Apparently.
I don't know.
But yeah, we were still on the balcony.
We are.
Glorious balcony.
It's the same balcony.
It's the same balcony.
We're in the same place. The thumbnail's gonna be the same because we're on the same balcony.
That is true.
We are just filming all these in a row. It's pretty interesting.
Zilliman's light
I'm incredibly pumped.
turn on. Zilliman's light turn on.
Zilliman's light turn. Damn it again, Zilliman.
Whatever. We'll
Don't.
We've hit him enough for tonight.
We've hit him enough. No, we haven't.
Yeah.
Zilliman, no.
Well, whatever.
Zilliman.
Nope,
Oh, we turn off again. This is like a subplot of the
Hey,
podcast.
welcome to the sub.
Count how many times we talked about
Zilderman.
Zilderman in this podcast.
Too many.
Yeah,
Poor
that's-
Zilderman.
Poor Zilderman.
Very poor Zilderman.
Eric Van Wilderman is dead though. So.
Yes, he is dead.
We must mourn the
His
loss of Eric
bowels
Van Wilderman.
disappeared.
His bowels, unfortunately.
Oh yeah. So looking over in that direction, I guess we could take a picture after, the whole thing is over. Looking over in that direction, it's really ghostly looking. When there's no lights or anything, and literally the only
Where? What direction?
like this where
Oh.
that street lamp is and all the wires are.
Oh
You see?
God, that is
I
terrifying.
know it's ghostly, right? So I think we had the idea for this episode. We're gonna stare off into that space, and we're gonna try to tell the scariest stories that we possibly can.
I can't do that.
You can't do that?
Not really.
What do you mean?
Nah.
Why not?
I can't think of scary stories.
You can't think of scary stories? Here, I'll start. Okay. So we're looking on.
I would start making it funny right off the bat. That's what I would do probably.
I mean, what do you think I was gonna do?
Oh,
You think I was gonna be serious?
I thought so.
When have I ever serious ever?
Sometimes you are.
No, I'm never serious.
Whenever you were like trying to talk to me about tax evasion, like how you're gonna evade your taxes,
Oh, that's true. I was being
you
serious.
were being very serious then.
JK IRS. Definitely JK.
You can't even
Look,
file
and
taxes
a
yet.
black cat is right there. A black cat literally is walking
It's not
by
a black
right now.
cat. That
That's
is not a black cat.
It is a black cat.
That is
It's a
like a
black cat.
brown cat.
No, it's
But no,
brown.
it's the lighting that makes it look black, but in reality, it's not a
Then
black
it's
cat.
incredibly dark brown.
It's still not black.
What?
Anyway, it didn't
Technically,
cross.
no colors.
Regardless, it didn't cross our path,
Well, yeah.
so we're fine.
We
Anyway.
were staring at it and it walked by.
No, in order for it to cross our path, we'd have to literally cross its path. No, it has to cross our path.
It crossed our path of vision.
That does not mean anything.
You mean
A vision
nothing.
doesn't have a path.
Yeah, it does.
Anyways,
Anyways,
continue.
scary story.
Let's do
Okay.
whatever you were gonna do.
So I'm gonna stare off. Oh yeah, we can take a picture of that, and that could be like the thumbnail. It could be like this for the first part, and then when we start talking about ghost stories, it can be that.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Whatever. Perfect.
Whatever you want to do. We
So-
can add scary music too.
Yeah, we can add scary. So, all right. So there was a
Also,
little...
by the way, tell us what you think of our intro song too.
Oh yeah, no, fuck you.
Okay, sure.
I hate our viewers.
The viewers that we totally have.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the viewers are.
Two of them.
I could call out all the names of Team UwU if I really need to.
But we did that last episode. We can't use the same idea twice.
Yeah, we
not
can.
Not in the first season.
Because that was like way in the middle of the episode.
Whatever. Ghost story time. So there was a little girl.
And burial. Kai. Just naming random UwU members.
Everyone.
Hollow Earth.
Eric and Wilderman.
Eric Van he's dead, dude. Don't,
Oh,
come
sorry.
on, dude. Don't
Too
disrespect,
soon.
dude. Don't disrespect.
Too soon. Technically, he died like 40 minutes ago.
He did die 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Sad.
But anyways, ghost story. There's a little girl. Right, her name was Jamie. And she was born in a house in the middle of nowhere. He's literally orange justing right now. So I'm saying, oh,
Oh, so funny.
I swallowed spit wrong. Okay, whatever.
You spit wrong?
I swallowed spit wrong.
That's fair.
That is fair. So,
Alright, continue.
So-
one up.
So Jamie was born in a house, and she was born in a house, and she's 12 now, and she hears a noise. It's legit, legit, a ghost in her hallway, and the ghost says, "Corn dog." And she just had no idea what that meant, and the ghost just disappeared. And then she died. So that was my scary story.
Okay.
It was very scary.
That was very scary.
What was the scariest part?
Probably the part where she tried to evade her taxes. You were trying not to laugh then, weren't you?
Yeah, that was definitely the best part. Now you have tell me a scary story.
Alright.
Is that the end? He's just staring off into the ghostly space now. I'm scared. We might as well prevent. Oh my gosh, I'm so terrified.
That was a scary noise.
Scary noise.
That was a good story, wasn't it?
So
What
I
was
have
the scariest part.
I actually do have a story.
You actually do have a story.
On how the ghostly space became that way.
Oh boy.
So
Did ghosts do it? Spoiler, are there ghosts?
there are ghosts.
Oh wow, dude. You spoiled it all for me.
I'm sorry. I swallowed spit and it's getting to my brain. So anyways.
Oh god, we should not be filming out here at 12:30 a.m.
Oh well. Is it really 12:30?
Yep, still on the balcony.
Still in the balcony.
Good temperature still, actually.
Yeah, I know, it feels nice. But anyways, so so when Oklahoma was lifted into space, see episode 1.
See episode 1.
Yeah, see episode 1.
The backstory on that.
The backstory on that. When it was lifted up into space, so you know that the void at one point wasn't a void. It was just normal ground, and Oklahoma came over it in the year 2, right?
Wait, what? We didn't establish this, did we?
No.
Oh, the year 2.
In the year 2.
I think it was, yeah.
So it showed up in the world in the year 2, because the United States didn't exist, but Oklahoma
Year
still
5.
existed.
The United States was established in year 5.
No, year 15.
15, you're
Yeah,
right, 15.
And then year 34 is when...
34 is where we are now.
Now, yeah. So, in the year 2, which was a very long time ago, Oklahoma came from space into where it is now, over just a patch of land. And because it was there, all of the energy that it was dissipating... Oh, sorry, reverse dissipating, excreting, created a large void. And before that, there was an Indian burial ground there. This is why Indians mostly settled here, because they were able to resurrect themselves with their Indian magic, and their Native American magic was able to crawl out of Oklahoma and was able to reform themselves with their magic. So that's why they're back. Some of them stayed dead, and their ghosts continued to roam the lands of Oklahoma. And some of them eventually made their way down to Texas. But that's just kind of the backstory of what's about to happen. Some of them came down to Texas, and they began meeting. They continued to see each other on the streets, because they would just walk the streets searching for a purpose. And they eventually found each other on a street. And they used their energy to send out a signal, like a ghostly smoke signal, to find other Native Americans that were trapped in Texas. So they squared off the space just themselves, where they began sending off signals. And instead of attracting Native American ghosts, they started attracting other, more sinister ghosts. and it eventually created a dark aura over the entire thing, and it was from there on out called the ghostly space, which is what we're staring at right now, and literally, and it's where everything bad happens because the dark energy that's around it, like car crashes happen over there, tax evasions happen over there, all the bad stuff happens over there. That's why when you stare at it, it just looks so scary. And that one street lamp is there to signify all of the living people, or once living people, that have walked that land and died in the ghostly space. So that was the ghostly space.
Oh, wow.
That was the backstory.
You should turn that into a novel.
I should turn that into a novel.
Everyone would fucking hate it.
That is true. I'm going to call it When the Trees Blow Too.
That inside joke.
And that you will never understand.
We are filled with inside jokes here, aren't we?
We do have too many.
That we're not going to explain.
Ever. So you're just left in the dark, in the ghostly space.
We're going to have to stop using so many inside jokes.
That's true.
Because, like, no one's going to watch this if we're just going to keep using inside jokes.
No one's going to watch this period.
No, that's not true. This actually could have a possible fan base. Imperial. You're not watching this right now anyway, but
if you're not
Imperial.
watching, what are you doing with your life, Imperial? What are you doing with your life tonight?
I mean, we're going to put it, like, on the announcement page, so everyone's going to hear this. Or everyone's going to at least see it and probably hear, like, the first episode.
Right. It's true.
The best episode's definitely episode 3, though.
I like episode 1 the most so far. I really, with the Cantonese and the...
That was good.
That was good.
But it didn't get good. It got good really quick, I guess.
I suppose.
How many people are going to be willing to actually watch it, though? It's only 20 minutes of their life.
Yeah. 20...
Like, listening to while you're doing something else. It's a literal podcast. It's definition. That's what it's for.
This is what it's for.
And why not start a podcast with a dying creator team?
Yeah.
We shouldn't even made a creator team, because that made everyone want to leave.
That's true. We should have just made it...
a fucking team. A
just
chill team. Like, just a team to chill. Instead of having all this pressure.
It would have died anyways.
Well, it's not dead yet.
I feel like this might resurrect it a little bit.
I don't think it needs to resurrect it necessarily, but we're just doing this for passion, and I think this could help it grow past what it already is.
Right.
Like, this could develop a fan base outside of Team UwU.
Right.
And even if that isn't the case, it's just something fun to do on the week, on the evenings sometimes.
Yeah, on the evenings.
On the evenings. Just call in some people from Team UwU to just talk about stuff.
Yeah. Just the beauty of it all.
It's a beautiful, beautiful world.
It's beautiful, except for the ghostly space. That is not beautiful.
Well,
that is dark and evil.
We've taken that part, the ghostly space picture, and we turned it back to the main picture of the podcast thumbnail.
Oh, yes.
Because we're not talking about the ghostly space anymore.
Yeah, no more.
Look at that tree over there. That is terrifying.
What tree?
Stand up. Look at that tree.
The one that's lit?
The one that's lit while everywhere else around it is not.
That is kind of spooky. There's a street lamp, and it's literally lighting one tree, but all the other trees that are around it are just dark. Actually, it's if you look past the apartment complex, it's actually pretty scary looking.
Yeah, why aren't other lights? There's a car there. It's just been there.
Where?
It's been there for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes maybe. It's been there since at least the last podcast. The last podcast episode. Yeah, at least.
Isn't that the hazards room? Isn't that the hazards?
They're fucked. Oh well.
Oh well.
Too bad.
That is the hazards. There's literally just a car, like nearby, and it just has their hazards on.
Suppose.
If you look forward a little bit from the balcony, that's kind of what these people do. I want to see what they do.
They're gonna run to the guy with the hazards on.
Run. No, they're gonna park right next to the car and put their hazards on. Why do they have their hazards on?
I have no idea. Why are people driving here at 12:35 What? Only 5? Why is time going by so slow?
Bizarre. Very bizarre. It's very bizarre.
Jesus Christ. I guess whenever time's on the clock, it feels like it's slower.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor. That's not a metaphor, it's just the truth.
But,
It's starting.
What is?
The delirium.
Oh, it is?
No, it's not starting necessarily, but, like, I'm starting to, like, say things that don't make any sense, and I'm going to correct myself.
I think you do that anyways.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Alright.
But, like, okay, so maybe is there any, like, genuinely scary stories?
Well, there are, like, there's some, like, that, like, scary, like, do you remember it was, like, this kid was home alone, he heard a knock on the door, and he looked through the thing, and he saw a shadow dancing.
Oh, yeah, I should tell that story.
You tell it better, because you were terrified by it.
Oh, yeah, I was. So, I was reading a thing for just scary stories that people could post online.
Creepypasta, basically.
Yeah.
Like a very short creepypasta.
Well, it was like a forum.
2-sentence story. 2-sentence more story?
No. It was a forum where people were like, share your scary stories, and most of them were just like, just stupid stuff. You know, like, I heard a noise in my house.
Yeah.
And then this one guy said when he was 13, he was home alone at his house. By the way, I was reading all these stories. I had my legs just off the bed, which is like just terrible, anyways.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but I was reading these. That's how non-scary they were. And there was a story. You could literally look at this as either funny or terrifying. If you just take it at face value, it's kind of funny. But if you actually think about what would you do in that situation, it's like actually really scary. So he was home alone. It was late, very late. His mom and his sister, I think is what he said, were gone. They were just doing something, and he was home alone for most of the night. And he said it was like 11 or something, and he heard a knock at his door. And so he got up, he turned his TV off just so the person wouldn't think he's awake. And he goes up to the door and looks through the peephole, and his porch light was off for some reason, but he could see a shadow, like just a shadow creature, man, whatever, just like kind of dancing around on his porch. Zilberman's lights just turned on again. Just dancing around on his porch, like just kind of like moving around. It just looked like it was dancing, and that's where the story ended. He said he didn't answer the door, and he just sat down with the TV off for a while and just hoped that the thing would go away. And he went and looked through the peephole again, and it was gone. So, yeah,
Horrifying.
that is very horrifying. It sounds kind of funny because like you look and you see a shadow dude just like
but
dancing.
it's not like dance, not like a boogie or anything. It's like kind of like just shaking,
you just see it
shaking erratically.
You just see it like moving around, which is like, ugh, that gives me chills just thinking about it. Especially because we're out here and it's like a really spooky environment.
What if we saw it right there?
It's just a dude like in an all black suit at Zilderman's door, just going, just dancing all around his porch.
Then it just reaches its arm out and fucking grabs on your face. That's it.
So that is a genuinely scary story. There's also the were you the one that told me about the windows thing?
Oh yeah, the windows. All right, so there was this lumberjack, right? So he was chopping down trees and stuff, and he got lost in the woods. So he was trying to find his way back, but it was getting really late out. It was getting dark. So he decided that he had to find somewhere to sleep. So he's just looking around, and then he sees these lights in the distance. So he walks up, and it's a house in the woods, just a little shack in the woods, and there doesn't seem to be anyone there. He looks, goes into it, and there's no one there. So he goes and he goes to the bedroom, and he lays in the bed, and he looks around, and he sees all these weird paintings on the wall of all these weird faces, like all these weird deformed faces, and they're all staring right at him. And so he just thinks, really weird paintings, and he goes to sleep. Then he wakes up the next morning, and in the room there were no paintings; they were just windows.
Yeah.
And that's where the story ends.
That's a
moment.
That's a moment right there.
That's a big moment right there.
We've had our first moment in
the first ever recorded moment.
Yeah, ever.
On Team UwU. Team UwU podcast's first moment.
Oh, I'll get back to scary. This is a really interesting topic, so I'll get back to scary stuff in a second. But how many episodes do you think should be in season? We should split it into seasons, right?
Whatever works.
How many episodes do you think should be in season? It shouldn't be too many. It should be probably like.
I mean, we're gonna be able to make these really quickly, though.
Yeah, so it'd probably just be like 7.
Whatever works.
7. Yeah, not very.
We have a lot of seasons if we just did that slowly.
Yeah, that is true. What if we just saw? Oh yeah, by the way.
Oh god, yeah, you're imagining creepy stuff happening.
Yeah, or just a shadow man. They're just dancing around on the air mattress.
Jesus.
I didn't even think of that. Welcome to Scareville, episode 1.
It's not gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. It's real life. We're gonna be fine.
Yeah,
the door's locked. Yes, it is. Because my mom locked it.
It's just the door's just runs. You hear the door locking, runs back. The door's locked.
Yeah, no, it's locked. I have faith that it's locked. Even if it wasn't on the 3rd story, so who's gonna care?
Right.
Who's gonna go up 3 stories? I'm gonna go into this man's house. Oh, 3 stories. No one's gonna go 3 stories for that.
What if it's a demon? Demon.
Fucking demons have legs too.
What if it's a demon?
Well, demons have legs too.
I'm just saying they can fly.
No, demons have legs.
Oh.
Well,
they do have legs.
No, they have legs. Yeah, they have legs.
They have turkey legs.
Oh,
that was a good. What was that?
It was a laughter, obviously.
It was a laugh.
Couldn't you tell it was laughter.
Do you think everyone should get a white car so when someone keys their car you can't tell?
Yeah, probably. That'd be good.
But then it would get really dirty. You would notice every smudge on it.
There's a lot of white cars here, I just noticed. Like,
Yeah, I know,
a really huge amount.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 white cars in front of us. That's terrifying.
Not in a row, like in a span of.
In a span of, like, in a
200
parking
feet.
lot. But still,
Which is, like, bizarre.
it is a little bizarre. One time I have seen, I was going to a parking lot, I saw, like, 5 red cars in a row. Like, same color. Basically,
Really?
like, almost the same design, basically.
Wow. Very bizarre.
Very strange.
Very strange.
But on that note, probably a good time to end this episode of the podcast.
I agree.
Of this special spooky episode of the podcast.
Should we continue this in the next episode?
If you want to.
I really like the topic of spooky.
Sure, if you like it. Anyway,
Whatever.
goodbye, my children.
Goodbye.